How we going? It is Kaz from In the Trenches with Kaz, and I'm here today to deliver a subject to you that's pertinent, it's relevant, it's something you need to know because it's your new family, so to speak. For all those that are going to join the military, for those that want to go to combat arms, for those that want to support combat arms, we all understand at the very top we have an army. Below that we have divisions. Below that we have brigades. If you don't subscribe to the channel right now, you'll be the one digging the shit pit at our first stop. Do it now. Press it. It's free. Below that we have battalions. Below that we have companies. Below that we have platoons. And then below that we have sections. Now sections make up the building blocks, the modular systems that the army is all about. If every section has its shit together and it is supported by our non-fighting corps, although anyone can be in a position to fight, almost anyone, maybe not the dentist, but maybe he gets more blood in his hands than anyone, really. Do you know you get your wisdom teeth cut out regardless of whether you need to before you go overseas in the Australian Army? Yeah, best small army in the world. Guys and girls, there is a group that is smaller than the section, and this is what the section looks like. It's 8 men. You're going to see more here because I took this photo in the School of Infantry, and these guys are about to do their hardcore, and they passed. They've done a great job. We normally have 8 men. We used to have 9, and before that we used to have 10, just like Rome. But anyway, I digress again. The section is made up of a section commander, a 2IC, and 6 soldiers with weapon systems that allow symmetry. Let me go into that a little bit further. Now, what we have is 2 fire teams. Fire teams, Alpha. Fire teams, Bravo. Alpha is led by the section commander. Makes sense. Alpha team, Team Alpha. Number 1, whatever you want to call it. And then we have the Bravo team, which is the 2IC, who is the fledgling, who is the subordinate commander to the section commander. There must be an understanding that the mission comes before the personality clashes that can happen between the Bravo brick and the Alpha brick. The Bravo brick, you are the mum. Remember that. The father brings home the bacon. Listen to him. That's not meant to be patriarchy, team. That's just the way it is. He seems to know what he's talking about, so I believe him. Guys and gals, we have the Alpha and we have the Bravo. Some of the problems that we have within a section, 2 sections of 4, which creates a symmetry with the same weapons in each brick, that allows effect, that allows capability, whether that be a area effect weapon being a GLA, whether that be a machine gun, light machine gun, medium machine gun, minimi, maximi, mag 58, it can be tailored. But because each section can have 2 fire teams, that means we can take on a 3rd fire team from another section if we need to. Modularity. All part of the standard infantry battalion setup. And that is the reason why we have TTPs, tactical techniques and procedures, SOPs, standard operating procedures, repetition. We have that standardised so that everyone can work with everyone should a commander fall. But that doesn't mean that the section commander is not the overall commander of both these bricks, these fire teams, and can at any stage tell the 2IC, you need to shut the fuck up and do what you're told.
Easy, Bonds. Don't do it.
Because he is still going for the position. He's the 2IC, the second in command, not the commander. He will deal with the platoon sergeant. The section commander will deal with the platoon commander. Tactics, platoon commander. Administration of the section, platoon sergeant. Alice, the housekeeper of the section. The section is run by a section commander. The section commander normally has between 4 and 7 years experience. He'll have done Subject 1 for Corporal or the JLC course, a Junior Leadership course. Right? And that means that is an all-core course, probably the hardest course you'll ever do because it's the first time you're actually yelling, giving commands. See your phase 1 yell! Taking responsibility at job standard, supposedly, of soldiers of the best small army in the world.
I am reality.
But then he'll have also done his Infantry 343 Duty First Infantry Subject course, where he'll be around peers of like-minded, normally operationally deployed soldiers, veterans. They've been tested. And they will come together, compare notes, build reputations, swap notes, osmosis, learn from each other, and then qualify and then go back to their unit as a section commander. And then they'll have 7 soldiers of their own, which will give them formal responsibility of these soldiers. As soon as you jump from the nest, you better be able to fly, Jerry. You'd better be able to fly. This section commander, we're not going to go into the 2IC so much. 1, the job sucks. 2, it's a stepping stone to get to section commander. Section commander is the pinnacle of your career, I'd imagine. I thought platoon sergeant was the best because then I can get to control 3 section commanders. But no one directly commands more people than an infantry section commander. This guy right now looking at me. He controls 7 people directly. Platoon commander, basically 3. Okay, you could say the platoon sergeant as well. You could also say the SIG, make me noodles, man. But overall, the section commander has no supervision, but has responsibility to deliver when the glass is broken, all leading up to. Let's move on. The weapons that are in a section. If you split that straight in half, you see the symmetry is there. The section commander, Alpha Team, Alpha Brick, Team Alpha, and then followed by the Bravo. What you can see is there is direct symmetry, meaning the same weapons, the same capabilities are available in Alpha Brick as what they are in Bravo, despite the fact that we have more experience with the section commander in the Alpha Brick. You need to understand that 14 platoon enlists tomorrow. Disembarks, did him out of the village. That Navy love Billy Ocean, and they want to be your lover. And that killer whales just don't attack people. That although the smallest autonomous unit within conventional forces that has C3, which means command, communications, and control, right, via SOPs, TTPs, etc., it can be broken down into those 2 bricks. But this is the main stepping stone. This is the main fighting formation that conduct reconnaissance patrols, fighting patrols, standing patrols, which are fighting patrols. It can hold ground. And we achieve that by digging in, building up. It means when the indirect comes, we don't have to get out of there. We have to stay, whether we like it or not. And it's normally after an enemy-sized group of 3 or smaller, unless they have force multipliers attached to this section organisation. So the first goal for you is to become Private P, Private Proficient. This will be achieved by conducting and completing activities which will give you your competencies as part of your competency logbook that can only be signed off by a platoon sergeant, not by a platoon commander. Once they're done, Private P, extra pay. And you're not a lead anymore. Then it is to become a 2IC. And then it is to be a section commander. And then after you've been a section commander here, you'll move down to the School of Infantry, where you'll learn more with other battalions about your trade through osmosis on your journey to becoming a platoon sergeant, where you'll be administering 3 to 4 sections if we have the weapons section involved as well. So the section commander has his 7 guys, 8 including himself, and he is to distribute the weapon systems for best effect, best capability amongst the soldiers, while also training them all to be proficient on all weapon systems. He chooses who carries what, not the soldier, not the platoon commander. So this is what you got. Okay, so you're going to get 2 machine gunners. They can be carrying the Minimi, which is a 5.56 machine gun, normal effective range around 400 metres. We can step that up to the Mag 58 or the Maximi up to 800 metres. And then we can also have the GLA, which is a grenade launcher, which is underslung from the weapon systems. You can see up there on Weapon 3 and Weapon 7. The Steyrs are an EF-88, right, which is an enhanced weapon system with a sighting system. And all the weapons that are organic to the section have Picatinny rails that allow for modulation of the weapon systems, including night weapon sights or night aiming devices that go hand in hand with night vision equipment worn by the soldier to the soldier. Great weapon, very versatile. They've got it in fortnight. The Steyr hits just as hard as the M4, so don't get too caught up about it. It's just personal preference, and you don't get to choose anyway, unless you go to Commandos or SSR. They've also got it in Die Hard. We've had it for a goddamn long time, and the reason why we're not having the M4, in case you're wondering that, is because it wasn't allowed to be built at Lithgow. So we stuck with the Austrian weapon and we went with Steyr. Okay, there's also the 66s, which are actually the 72mm short-range anti-armour weapon system. There's also the Claymore. Okay, the Claymore is an anti-personnel device, not allowed to be called an MINE. So anyway, team, this is the infantry section. This will be your new family. The section commander will be responsible for your conduct, your fitness, your administration, and your overall soldiering. Anything you do wrong can get him in trouble too. But if he gets in trouble because of you, then the ass kicking will go downhill. RMC will model itself off infantry sections, infantry platoons, companies. So will the junior leadership training, which you will do for your first rank of Lance Corporal. The RAF get that one for free. So you're either the spear point, infantry, or you're supporting infantry. Okay, we'll let cavalry have the line as well. And a bit forward of us is the special forces. And that's another pinnacle you can go to if you just don't get enough MSG by being infantry. 343, duty first of the Australian Army, the best small army in the world. Mateship. We own it. It's not about friendship. It's about responsibility and backing your buddy when the times are bad. Guys and gals, I hope you enjoyed that. Go and have a Coke. It's the best way to brush your teeth in a fix. And I'm going to put this up tomorrow so you have something to look at, something to ponder, something to put questions down below in comments as you answer questions or ask questions of me so I can go into more depth on what you need from the breakdown of the section before we look into the platoon. So team, in conclusion, a rifle section is only as good as the recipients individually and collectively are within that section. An army is made up of sections. If a HR gets it wrong, if they water down training, if they take away realism, if we act scared of human resource dramas that are coming from the social justice warriors that are attacking our system through people that have never carried a pack, then our entire army is weakened from the inside out. Be the best version of you, good soldiering, keep the standards up and improve them on where they are, and let's be ready for the next threat because it's coming. Just no one knows what it looks like. Be ready, be dangerous, but also be compassionate and mateship. It's the key, it's the fabric, it's the glue. That's Kaz in the trenches. And I'm outie.
He who has never suffered will not sufficiently temper his character.